So you've got that dream, right? Being your own boss. But man, starting a business from a blank slate can feel, well, terrifying. That's where franchising comes in, with its powerful promise. But how do you actually go from that big idea to signing on the dotted line? Let's break down the entire playbook, from start to finish. All right, so here's how we're going to tackle this. We'll start with the dream itself. Then we'll get real about the money and decode the investment. After that, we'll unpack the potential payoff. We'll help you find your owner type, then dig into the franchisor's playbook. And finally, we'll walk through making that huge final decision.
Okay, let's dive right in. Section 1, the entrepreneurial dream. What is it about franchising that gets so many people excited and ready to make a change?
It usually starts with a message that really hits home. Something like this from that one painter. Build a legacy business. See, that's powerful. We're not just talking about buying yourself a job here. The dream is about building something real, an asset that can last for generations.
But here's the thing. This isn't just wishful thinking. This dream is built on some pretty concrete advantages. You're often jumping into huge industries. I mean, look at wellness. It's expected to hit $7 trillion. Many of these are essential services, which makes them pretty resilient even when the economy gets shaky. You get brand recognition right out of the gate, but the most important piece? The playbook. You're buying a proven system, a step-by-step guide to running the business.
And that established playbook leads us right to the big question, the one everyone has. Section 2, decoding the investment. This is where we talk numbers. What does it actually cost to get into this game?
Well, you'll see a lot of different franchise fees out there. For a business like STEM Guys Tire Supplies, you might see an entry point right around $49,500. Then for a more B2B consulting franchise like P3 Cost Analysts, it might be closer to $60,000.
And for some of the more complex IT models or master franchises, you could be looking at $75,000 or more. But, and this is a huge but, that number, the franchise fee, it's just the cover charge. It's not the whole price of the ticket. And this is where we get the real picture. That fee is just the tip of the iceberg. Let's use this breakdown from Painter Bros. That fee, around 80 grand, is just one line. You've got to add in training, a vehicle wrap, your initial marketing blast, and then there's the big one, additional funds. That's your working capital, the money you need to live on and pay the bills while the business gets going. So suddenly, your total investment jumps to a range of, almost $190,000 to nearly $400,000. That's the real number. Okay, so we've talked about what it costs to get in. Now for the fun part. Section 3, unpacking the payoff. How much money can you actually make? This is where it gets really, really interesting. To figure that out, you need to know about one very important term, Item 19. It's a specific section in the main legal document called the Franchise Disclosure Document, or FDD. Now, franchisors don't have to include it, but many do, and it's where they can show you how their existing franchisees are performing financially. It's your best glimpse into what's possible.
And believe me, when you look at an Item 19, you can see why it's such a big deal. Check out this data from Seniors Helping Seniors. Their current model shows an average annual revenue of over $1.3 million. I mean, wow! A number like that is what fuels the dream, right? That's what makes people take the leap.
And you knew there was a but coming, right? Every single FTD with these kinds of numbers has this exact disclaimer word for word. There is no assurance, however, that you will do as well. And you have to take that seriously. This isn't a promise. It's an average based on past results. Your success depends on you, your market, and a million other things. So you've got to stay grounded. So let's say the numbers look good, the risk feels manageable. The next big piece of the puzzle is you. What kind of role do you actually want to play in this business? This brings us to Section 4, finding your owner type. So what kind of owner are you going to be? Many franchises, like the fitness studio Spenga, lay this out pretty clearly. Are you an owner-operator? You're the one in the trenches, leading the staff, handling the day-to-day, driving sales. Or are you a semi-absentee owner? That's more of a high-level strategic role. You're managing the manager, watching the key metrics, and focusing on the big picture. Neither is right or wrong, but you have to know which one fits you.
And here's the good news. Whichever path you choose, you're not doing it alone. That is the entire point. Which brings us to Section 5, the Franchiser's Playbook.
The playbook is never clearer than right at the start. Look at this example from Puddle Pools, a detailed 6-week roadmap to getting your doors open. It covers everything from setting up your systems to pre-launch marketing, all the way to hands-on training, and then liftoff. They even build in weekly goal-setting meetings right from the jump. You're not left wondering what to do next. It's a guided takeoff. And that support doesn't stop after you launch. Not even close. You're buying into a whole ecosystem. You get operational support, like call centers and custom software. You get financial leverage, like big marketing campaigns and discounts from suppliers. And maybe most importantly, you get people. Coaches, mentors, and a whole network of other owners who know exactly what you're going through. This whole system is what your ongoing royalties are paying for.
Okay, we've seen the dream, the dollars, the potential payoff, and the playbook. Now we put it all together. Our final section, number 6, making the final decision.
Buying a franchise isn't like buying something off a shelf. It's a two-way interview. They're checking you out just as much as you're checking them out. You'll go through intro calls, deep dives, but then you get to the most important step, validation calls. This is where you get to call up existing owners and ask them anything. Get the real story. After that, you might go to a discovery day and meet the whole leadership team. And only when everybody agrees it's the right fit do you finally get to sign the papers. In the end, it really boils down to this single trade-off. A franchise gives you a proven playbook, a system designed to help you win. But that playbook has a price. You pay for it with fees, with royalties, and with your commitment to follow their system. So the biggest question you have to ask isn't, does the playbook work? It's, is this the right playbook for me?